Earthrise. Earthrise is a photograph of the Earth taken by astronaut William Anders in 1968 during the Apollo 8 mission. Nature photographer Galen Rowell declared it the most influential environmental photograph ever taken. This had been preceded by the crude 1966 black and white raster Earthrise image taken by the Lunar Orbiter 1 robotic probe. Afghan Girl. Afghan Girl is a 1984 photographic portrait by journalist Steve McCurry, which appeared on the June 1985 cover of National Geographic. The image is of a young woman with green eyes and a red headscarf looking intently at the camera. Steve Jobs, the thinker. You have perhaps seen this image, and apparently its modified forms on one magazine or another, on his biography, and even as central image on his possibly every quotation. Its simplicity gives an insight in the weight of greatness that man amassed in his life. The Blue Marble. The Blue Marble is a famous photograph of the Earth, taken on December 7, 1972, by the crew of the Apollo 17 spacecraft, at a distance of about 35,000 kilometers. It is one of the most iconic, and among the most widely distributed images in human history. In the original photograph, the South Pole was near the top. For publishing, NASA rotated the image 180 degrees, in accordance with the convention of orienting maps with north at the top. Raising the Flag on Iwo Jima. Raising the Flag on Iwo Jima is a historic photograph taken on February 23, 1945, by Joe Rosenthal. It depicts 5 United States Marines in the United States Navy corpsmen raising a U.S. flag atop Mount Suribachi during the Battle of Iwo Jima in World War II. The photograph was extremely popular, being reprinted in thousands of publications. Later, it became the only photograph to win the Pulitzer Prize for photography in the same year as its publication, and came to be regarded in the United States as one of the most significant and recognizable images of the war, and quite possibly the most reproduced photograph of all time. Buzz Aldrin on Moon. Clicked by Neil Armstrong with a 70mm lunar surface camera after Apollo 11 landed on Moon, and they became the first human beings to walk on Moon. Guevara Heroico, shot by Alberto Corda in 1960. Guevara Heroico is an iconic photograph of Marxist revolutionary Che Guevara, taken by Alberto Corda. It was captured on March 5, 1960, in Havana, Cuba, at a memorial service for victims of the La Cuba explosion. By the end of the 1960s, the image, in conjunction with Guevara's subsequent actions and eventual execution, helped solidify the charismatic and controversial leader as a cultural icon. Corda has said that at the moment he shot the picture, he was drawn to Guevara's facial expression, which showed absolute implacability, as well as anger and pain. Years later, Corda would say that the photo showed Che's firm and stoic character. Guevara was 31 years old at the time the photo was taken. Einstein's Birthday, taken by Arthur Saaz in 1951. This photo was taken on Einstein's 72nd birthday. The photographer was trying to make him smile, but having already smiled for many photographers that day, the famous genius decided to show his light-hearted side and stuck out his tongue instead. This crop was chosen by Einstein himself to put on greetings cards to be sent out to friends. Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa is a half-length portrait of a woman by the Italian artist Leonardo da Vinci, which has been acclaimed as the best known, the most visited, the most written about, the most sung about, the most parodied work of art in the world. While far less people have seen the actual painting, an image of Mona Lisa is instantly recognizable to anybody you would grab on the street all over the world. The Bliss. It may not be the most striking or impressive of images, but the most viewed photograph of all time is probably Bliss, a photograph by Charles O'Rear, which was set as Microsoft Windows XP's default wallpaper and is estimated to have been seen by an audience of 1 billion. The photograph was taken by O'Rear, a former National Geographic photographer, while on a break from another assignment in California's Napa Valley, and was originally published back in 2002. O'Rear hasn't ever disclosed what Microsoft paid him for the rights to the image, but he has said it's an extraordinary amount.